and welcome back to Bookish Theories. Today we check out for the first time ever a video by POSSE. This is a group that doesn't have an ongoing lore like most of the groups I usually cover on this channel, but somebody sent me their latest release and the story is so insane I actually need to talk about it. Cold is a collab with 10 centimeters that portrays the darkness that follows when you are unable to overcome your sorrow. The video develops this concept with K-drama level storytelling that you don't see as often in K-pop anymore. The story is very dark, very bold. It deals with themes of abandonment, revenge, deep faking, suicide, so if you are sensitive to these topics, please take care of yourself and be careful if you decide to proceed. Also, the MV was uploaded by 1DK, and since they like to claim even my own ass when I use their footage, please go watch the video if you haven't already, because today I can only show you screenshots and some clips if you are lucky. Now, Cold features an original story created by Jerry Shin and Remy Wang, who also directed the video. The main characters are members Yeonjang and Doeun, who are presented as polar opposites of each other. Doeun is this sweet girl with a lot of friends, while Yeonjang is a bit of an outcast who is seemingly envious of the popularity of the other. At the beginning, however, the MV opens with Doeun standing on the ledge of a building and Yeonjang taking a video of the event with her phone. But how did we get here? Is Doeun about to commit the unthinkable? And if so, why is Yeonjang not stopping her then? Well, to answer these questions, the video brings us back to some time before. Doeun is out and about minding her own business, when all of a sudden she finds herself surrounded by a group of boys with bad intentions. As the leader of the group approaches her, a boy intervenes and saves her, and as they run away, we discover that Yeonjang has seen everything. Despite the scary episode, Doeun finds herself charmed by the boy who saved her. The next day at school, she shows him off to her young posse, and we discover that the boy in question is called Oscar. Together with the other members, Doeun goes shopping for a new outfit to wear on a date with him. Oscar is a photographer, so when she goes to his studio, the boy takes her pictures and they spend a nice evening together. The date is completely normal at this point, there is nothing out of the ordinary it seems. He takes her portrait, then they go for a ride, they bond, everything is fine, but the next day everybody's looking at her weird. Everyone is gossiping behind her back, her friends refuse to speak to her, and when she checks her social media she's horrified by what she sees. The pictures she took the night before, the innocent portraits that Oscar took, have been deepfaked onto horrible material that she never consented to take part in. The comments all mock her for the content. Some wonder if it's deepfake, but most of them shame her for it and don't even care if it's real or not. This horrifying event destroys her. She cries seeing what people are saying about her. She thinks that her reputation is ruined, that there's no coming back from it, so she gets on the roof and ends her life. As the camera pans, we discover that Yeonjang was on the roof as well, like we saw at the beginning, and she took a video of the desperate act. She's joined by Oscar, the photographer, and a series of flashbacks reveal the terrible truth. Oscar and Yeonjang are actually brother and sister, and they are the two children that are depicted in a drawing that Oscar has in his studio. The drawing was seemingly made by Yeonjang the day their father left them, so for years the picture of a happy family still together represented everything they wanted but lost unfairly. As we see in the video, Yeonjang has the picture of their mother in her locket. They love her because she's the parent that stayed, but they heavily resent their father because he abandoned them and never came back. One day, Yeonjang is hanging out with her friends, who also happen to be the same dudes that would later attack Doeun at the station. She leaves to go about her day, when all of a sudden she sees her father with his new wife and daughter. The daughter is Doeun herself, her half-sister, who has the life that she always wanted, and is the kid that her father abandoned her for. Bear in mind, in the story Yeonjang and Doeun are classmates, so they are about the same age. This means that by the time the dad abandoned the two kids, he already had another family on the side, which he chose instead of them. Realizing the truth, Yeonjang runs to Oscar's studio, and when she starts crying, he comforts her, no questions asked. Now, in the video we don't see what happens next, but it's implied that it's at this moment that they start planning their revenge. Even if Doeun is innocent and doesn't even know what their father did, she becomes the ultimate victim of their plan, because it's through her that they will enact their vengeance. Yeonjang convinces her friends to harass Doeun, but those boys were never meant to hurt her for real. It was all a trap to allow Oscar to save her and win her trust, because they needed the poor girl to feel comfortable enough to take her pictures. Oscar essentially seduced his half-sister and tricked her into going on a date with him. During this date he took her pictures using the excuse that he's a photographer, and then he deepfaked those pictures onto graphic content that would destroy her reputation in future. Oscar and Yeonjang knew that this would lead her to end their life. It was their plan all along. They wanted to take away the person their father loved the most, the child that he left them for, which is why when Doeun jumps, Yeonjang doesn't do anything everything in order to stop her. She wants her dead because her death is the final act of revenge against her father. By the end, we see that Yeonjang is sending the video to somebody, but she's hesitating. If you look at the picture, that's the drawing of her father that they left, so she's literally sending the video of her sister's death to her own father. Sending the video is the final step to complete their revenge, but she seemingly cannot bring herself to do it. It's only when Oscar joins her that he finally sends it, which to me is a clue that he's the mastermind behind this plan. In the flashback, the girl cries when the father leaves, but the boy is angry. He looks the most resentful, which makes me believe that he's the one who decided to take this route. On top of that, if you look closely, his jacket says Deus, God, almost as if to say that he's playing God with the lives of other people. This could be a clue or just a styling choice, but either way it's an interesting detail to point out. In the end, the siblings succeed in their revenge, but at a terrible cost. Doeun dies as a result of their actions, so they destroyed the family their father left them for. This is by far one of the darkest K-pop storylines I've ever seen, which is why I had to talk about it with you. Super heavy stuff. It was very bold of them to go this direction, so let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I recently opened a second channel if you want to check it out, and as always, links to my merch can be found in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!